Mike Mulhern, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Lowe's Motor Speedway. Tuesday for the second round of NASCAR nationwide Car for Tomorrow testing. Seeing just what these guys have. Car's a little different than the Car Tomorrow on the Cup side.
Pierre Cutel, crew chief on the 17, Jamie McMurray.
What's the game plan right now for when this car is actually going to be in a race on a racetrack?
From what I was told, 2010.
2010. Now, is that like Daytona 2010, or is that like somewhere along the line, June?
It's going to be full season. They say it's going to come in, it's going to run, and it's going to be done. So 2010.
Okay, and now the complaints that I'm hearing are this car might have some good angles to it. I mean, the higher nose on it, the higher front spoiler. But the problem is that you guys have been working on the Cup car, a version of this, and the two are not compatible. In other words, that means different parts and pieces. The two things should be more similar than they are.
Well, see, I think the Nationwide Series does not want these cars to be the same from Cup side to Nationwide side. So front clip wise, I think everything from firewall forward is different for this car. Obviously, we have different hood and tail and deck lid for the different offset arrow wise. So they want us to be different than the Cup side. So they're not going to let us run bump stops. And so a lot of the stuff that they've learned on the Cup side, we're not going to be able to use here.
But from a now that might be good from one standpoint, but from the other standpoint, if I'm a small car owner, similar Robbie Gordon that wants to run a nationwide car as well as a Sprint Cup car, that's more headaches, that's more inventory, that's it plays to Roush's hands, plays to Rick Hendrick's hands, plays to the hands of the guys that have got a lot of inventory basically and a lot of engineering help, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to answer because I've asked that question myself, and they all say, well, it's a level playing field, all starts at zero. When you have a team that's a single car team, maybe you can focus on that car and maybe have a little quicker learning, curve than the bigger teams. I don't know. It always seems like, though, that anytime you get a mass of numbers and you get more heads into thinking about it, you're going to learn a little quicker. So, yeah, there's positives and negatives. I know they stood in this deal when it first came in and said, no, this is the level playing field for everybody. It starts at zero, go from there. But when you have more people, more cars, I think that your learning curve is a little quicker.
What have you learned during the 2 days of testing here about this particular car? Anything that, I know we were talking about how the 1.5 miles are tough for this particular chassis design on the Cup side. Same problems here, or does rear spoiler difference make a difference?
We've actually run pretty good with this car here, so we're basically going through things that we couldn't normally do on a race weekend. It takes longer to change, so a lot of the changes that we're doing are things that you can't just do a 5-minute deal, go back out and run. So we're able to be a little more methodical here to test, run through a specific plan, try things that we know work maybe on one side on our traditional car, and then we'll go ahead and see if it works on this car, so we can see if we get the same reaction.
Now, I know we were talking to the Goodyear people, and crew chiefs want more stagger in the tires on the Cup side. Does more stagger, if you had 1.5 inches on these cars, would it help these cars too?
I think, yeah, anytime you get more stagger, you'd be better off to do that. Sometimes, they give us a tire, this is what you run, and we work around it. We say, okay, this is what we have, now how do we make it work better? You can't always wish for, you can ask for more things, you can ask for more stagger, but a lot of times you're not going to get that, so you just kind of work with what you have.
Now, there was some talk last week, some serious talk that NASCAR, after the problems with the tire at Talladega, might be going to a bigger tire and a bigger wheel on the Cup side. Do you know what's the status of Goodyear and tires for NASCAR at all for next year? What are you hearing along those lines?
I haven't heard anything. We run 15-inch wheels and tires. As long as I can remember, I don't think that's going to change.
No, I mean the width of the wheel from 9.5 to.
I know they changed that width there, 20 years ago or something. I don't think they've changed it since. So I don't see that. I don't see them changing it.
Would that help at all, or would stagger be more of a help? Or
I think if you get more stagger, you get better turn. Whether that helps the tire live any longer or not, I don't know. I'm not an engineer on tires, so I couldn't tell you.
Great. And that's the story from Lowe's Motor Speedway. Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal.